Hi Cancer, happy birthday. I'm here to do your tarot reading, your love tarot reading for the month of July 2019. I hope you all have a beautiful birthday month. And matter of fact, you are showing up here in your own spread with your major arcana. You have the Chariot here. But when I was doling out your cards, Cancer, I wanted to give you a hug because in the beginning of your timeline, which is the beginning of July, you have the Seven of Swords here and you have the Ten of Swords. Okay, obviously, what is this saying? This is saying that in terms of communication, because we are dealing with the sword energy, so this is going to be on the level of your thoughts and your communication with other people. You also have letter and messenger clarifying these two cards, which is definitely about receiving communication from other people. And the fact that you have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords along with this is telling me, Cancer, that you're really struggling with trusting people at this time because you may be dealing with certain people or a particular person that is acting in a way where you simply cannot trust them, because with the Seven of Swords, that's like someone being sneaky, someone going behind your back. With the Ten of Swords, it's like, wow, they really did it this time. It's like they've proven in a sense that they cannot be trustworthy. They've proven to you that they've really kind of used Cancer, and I'm getting the feeling here that you know that this is a individual or a character where this is a repeating energy, or this is just something where you've seen enough red flags or enough telltale signs to where it's going to be so obvious to you in the beginning of July, and you might as well get this negative energy out in the beginning of the month as opposed to the end of the month. I am seeing here that you're feeling very burdened by people in particular. I feel like it's because, Cancer, not only is it your birthday month, so people are kind of swarming around you and wanting you to be their support at a time when they should be celebrating you. But you always have this kind of like homey energy, and I feel like whenever Cancer is celebrating themselves, or whenever Cancer gets to a height of success in their life, that causes other people to kind of want to cling to Cancer, because you have that motherly or that fatherly vibe. So just be aware of this kind of energy towards the beginning of July, because I feel like with this combination here, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the messenger communication, you may be receiving communication, whether it's in an email, a text message, or a phone call, or an in-person conversation, where someone kind of slips up, or there is a flub where you realize maybe someone's not 100% genuine, maybe someone's not really that trustworthy. I feel like this is also something that you've been dealing with for quite some time, because this is a 10, and this means that what's been said has been said, what's been done has been done. And I feel like you are healing from this, but also because you have the Death in your energy along with the Four of Wands, being that it's in your birthday month, this is actually very appropriate, because Cancer, you're shedding your skin with the Death card here, and you do have Priest clarifying this, which is all about your spirituality. It's all about your religious structure and kind of really relying on that in order to go through this transformative process. A lot of zodiac signs, when they do encroach on their birthday month, you will see that they'll go through an entire transformation within self. That's very, very natural and normal. This is having to do with your family, because you have the Four of Wands right next to this. So it either has to do with your family structures, so for example, your family members, or it has to do with your place of living, your residency, your the place that you call home, okay? So for some Cancerians, I'm seeing that you are making major changes within your family structure or the place that you live, your residency. So that could mean literally moving with the Death card here, or just completely rehauling where you live. So kind of gutting everything out, doing a whole revamping of the situation. You're in deep thought about your family. I do have to say that I see that here. And family is very important to you at this time. That's really no surprise because you are Cancer. You're that nurturing energy. Family will always be important to you because you are the nexus of that. You're like the heart of the family, no matter where you go or no matter how many family members you have around you. That's just your energy. You're experiencing a massive transformation within family though, and this has you very much in your head. You're definitely thinking about this in the month of July, and you yourself are going through a transformation. I feel like a lot of you are growing up in terms of perhaps going into an entirely new era of your life or a new chapter of your life. So you could be doing something in terms of family, such as getting married or having kids, or going, from your 20s to your 30s, your 30s to your 40s, etc. There's definitely a massive kind of what's the word for that? There's like a leveling up here happening within you, Cancer. And it's almost like the natural progression of your life. But you're feeling very much on the defense here because you have the 9 of Wands in your overall energy. So you feel like you really have to soldier on and push through this difficult transition. Some of you are dealing with health concerns. I am seeing that here. Or you are concerned about someone in your family that is dealing with health concerns, okay? And that would go back to your 4 of Wands and you having to really think heavily about this and about your, your relations and your stability regarding family. You also have 5 of Swords here, so there could be a lot of conflict this month, but I feel like that's more towards the beginning of July. I feel like this is just an energy that you have to push through and soldier through, like I said. This has to do with certain dependents that you are dealing with in your life because you do have child on top of this. This does not mean that you have to have children for this to resonate, but when you have the child Lenormand, it can be symbolic of people that you feel responsible for. Or you could be dealing with someone that does have obligations, responsibilities elsewhere. There's definitely an energy of really having to walk through the conversations that you have with certain people, like kind of a minefield at the beginning of July here, because you do have the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, and communication surrounding this. So just be aware of this in terms of your love life. I feel like, Cancer, you may be kind of feeling like you're a ticking time bomb in the sense of, like, don't push Cancer's buttons at this time because you're already trying to stand on your last leg and you already know that other people are relying on you and you're kind of like feeling this pressure cooker energy. And I feel like that's the catalyst of this Death card. That's where you're going to be experiencing the transformative energy this month. Now, towards the middle of July to the end of July, things do seem to be getting better because you have Artist and the Chariot, which is your major arcana. You also have Joyfulness. So towards the middle of July, Cancer, you're going to be feeling a rush of creativity, a rush of energy, and it's going to make you want to go out and have fun. It's going to make you want to celebrate yourself, your life, and everything that you have to offer to this world. I also feel like if you're a business owner or if you do something on the side in terms of hobbies, this is going to be an excellent time because you're going through that transformative process where you're going to be birthing a lot of new creative ideas and you're going to be able to showcase that to the world, and it's going to bring you a lot of admiration, and other people are definitely going to be noticing this. Now, in terms of your love life specifically, I feel like the middle of July is where you're going to have a lot of fun with your partner, or you're just going to go out and have fun on the town, and you're going to be kind of like the center of attention here. And you're really going to be feeling yourself, especially right next to your Chariot, which is your major arcana. You do have sorrow clarifying the Chariot, so that is telling me that you're pushing through this dark period of your life. If you are dealing with any kind of anxiety, health concerns, or depression, you're charging forward and you're going to be very successful with this, okay? So you're rising to the occasion. You're really rising on top of this. Basically, you're slaying all your demons is what I'm seeing here. Now, towards the end of July, you do have the Ten of Wands. Now, you also have wife on top of this. So in terms of, again, obligations, familial obligations, or your responsibility towards others, this is feeling like it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders, Cancer, but you're still charging on. You're still powering through this. You're not dropping the ball here. So that is to be commended. You're really sticking this out and completing a lot of things this month, no matter how hard it is for you. And that is really proving to be something that you can, like, kind of stick a feather in your cap here, because with the Nine of Wands and your Ten of Wands, you're not giving up no matter how hard it is. And right now, I do have to say, Cancer, you're the rock, and you're going to be the rock to other people. So I would say, in terms of being kind of defensive or snappy, that's normal because you're just very much stressed at this time. But I feel like so long as other people don't step on your toes too much, because they do need you, Cancer, and you're going to be feeling that. You're going to be feeling like a lot of people need you. I'm really seeing that this has more to do with friendships and family. And if you're, again, on the dating scene, you may notice that either people are acting catty towards you, or they are relying on you heavily, or both. That's going to be a bit of a shock for Cancer. I'm not necessarily seeing, fun, flirtatious vibes other than the middle of July. I feel like for the majority of Cancerians, yes, you're going to have that time where you get to party for your birthday, but you're going to be noticing just how much you're needed this month, and that may come as a shock to some of you, okay? I also feel like, Cancer, you are going through a transformation about what family and what commitment means to you with the Death and the Four of Wands here, and you may be trying to really figure out what would make you happy. Where do you want to end up? Where do you see this going? And I do see that you are being successful when it comes to putting people in their place, because with so much conflicting energies around you, so much argumentation, so much backstabbing behavior that you've had to deal with, and tricksters and people that are just not honest with you, they're definitely going to put their foot in their mouth this month, because I feel like when it's almost like people don't understand how much they need you until it's too late, and I'm definitely getting that vibe here. Now, at the bottom of your deck, Cancer, you also have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is a new offer coming in towards you, but it's a slow-moving offer. And you also have surprise clarifying this. So a lot of you have been waiting for quite some time for love to kind of knock on your door here, or to hear from someone, or to get some kind of a confirmation from someone. This is going to come out of nowhere, I feel. And I'm getting the feeling here that it's going to come towards the end of July for a lot of you. Some of you have someone in your life currently that is very stable, that you can rely on. And I feel like if you need the support from them, their support is going to come as a surprise, meaning that you're going to understand that you can rely on this person because of other people that have been backstabbing you. So you get to rely on someone else for a change, who is going to be there for you and kind of protect you from others that are not being genuine, that are lying to you, or that are just taking advantage of you, okay? Because you are having to really put up some kind of a protection here with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So definitely, in terms of your love life, If you feel like someone is just taking advantage of you, if they're not being totally genuine or honest with you, I feel like you need to really use that, protection of that shell around you to withdraw and to stay away from the conflict, because that is going to be a tactic for you to actually get through this month and to come out on top with your Chariot here, even if it is painful, all right? I did look underneath your Knight of Pentacles. You do have the Page of Cups, so you do have an offer coming in here. For some of you, you're still kind of holding on to some kind of a past betrayal with your Seven of Swords here and the Six of Cups reversed there. But I feel like you're going to come out on top. So if someone was being untruthful to you, Cancer, they're definitely going to be sitting in their own misery, all right? So that's what I'm seeing for your birthday month. And even though it's a little bit challenging at this time, Cancer, I feel like so long as you just hold out, and also you don't have to just be a warrior this month. You don't have to wall yourself away, because if you really tap into your own creative expression and use that in a healthy way to kind of get yourself out of the house this month, I feel like that's really where the majority of your fun and your happiness is going to come from within your birthday month. And I feel like that's also going to be very successful for you right next to your Chariot here. So how you're feeling about this person that you're thinking about or that you're involved with, you have make the effort, but you have your major arcana, the Chariot, reversed. So I feel like, Cancer, either you're the one that has been making the effort and you're just tired of being the only one that makes the effort, so you're just going to kind of stall the entire process. You're going to put a halt to this. Or you feel like the people that you have been making an effort towards has not been successful with you. So there's someone that you're kind of having to pull back from this month because you feel like it's really not going anywhere. There is going to be an ending or a transformation with this, though. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with how safe you feel to love this person, because clearly there's been someone that has not been safe to love. There has been someone that has been untrustworthy, that has backstabbed you. It has not been easy. It's been a burden. So you're ending this, or you're completely transforming the situation to where you either have to walk away from it or you have to do things differently in order to get the upper hand this time with the Death card here. I feel like a lot of you are in fact going to be ending something or putting a halt to something with your Chariot reversed here. So those two go hand in hand. Also, some of you need to pull back in order to see how much someone is going to be putting in this effort towards you, because they may be moving at such a slow pace with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? And that could be where the surprise comes in, where you start pulling back and their effort is surprising towards you, okay? Or to you. So we're going to be taking a look at how this person feels about you, Cancer, and also the outcome of the situation. And I did pull some oracle cards for you over on Patreon, and I'll see you over there if you're interested in that. And again, happy birthday, Cancer. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye. Something that came to light to where they completely flubbed. Like, they are feeling completely out of sorts. They're feeling out of control in the situation. So whatever plan that they were trying to do certainly did not work out for them. This created an issue or a rift of trust between you two. So trust seems to be the major issue.